Aubrey and I get asked a lot about what we film with and what we use to make our videos. So I figured, why not do a quick video on everything that we've got. So obviously Aubrey is filming me right now with our Sony a6500, and it's got the Sigma 16mm f1.4 lens on there, and then I have an ND filter because to get that blurred background in daylight you need a filter on there or else it's just going to be completely washed out. And then we have a video mic on top, Rode video mic. But first I'll talk about this backpack. It's an Amazon basic backpack. It's like, I don't even know, maybe $30, super cheap, but it has a front compartment right here to store stuff, and then all these compartments that you can change around the size to fit all of your camera gear in there, and then it has a laptop part in there, and then some side pockets, but it fits everything I need. I've taken my gimbal, my Mavic, everything with the camera, and it works perfectly. We also have this newer monitor because the Sony a6500 doesn't have a flip out screen. When Aubrey and I are doing like Q&As and stuff like that, we can't see ourselves. So we have this monitor that we use. Also, there's lights around right now, which Aubrey can probably show this softbox up there. But we have two softboxes to set up lighting as well. And then I also have this small light right here. It's pretty bright, as you can see, and it's another lighting tool, and it's really small, so you can pack it into your bag if you know that you're going to need it for anything. Next for lighting is this ring light that Aubrey and I made ourselves, and I'll link everything in the description to make this because it was maybe like $25 to make, but essentially it's just a LED strip lights and a cardboard wreath hanger, if I can plug it in.
It took like 10 minutes to make.
It takes like 10 minutes to make. You can see the light right there. So you just stick it off. So you stick it on. So you just peel it, stick it all the way around, then cut it at the spot that you need to cut it at. And it's pretty bright. Aubrey has a makeup tutorial video coming out soon, and she used the ring light for that video. So you get to see it in action. Other things that I keep in my bag with me all the time, I just have like a USB expander. I keep this for changing out lenses. It's really nice. And then I keep this micro SD card to USB in my bag. Next, we'll talk about, well, obviously, I think everyone that's ever recorded or vlogged has a Joby Gorillapod. So that. And then I have the Crane version 2 right here, and this nifty little tripod will screw onto the bottom, and so that way when you're setting up the Crane version 2, it makes it a lot easier because then you can set it down. So totally worth maybe $20 for that. As far as lenses go, our favorite lens is on right now. It's a 16mm 1.4. I also have the 18-105 f4 lens, which I used in our cruise videos, if you have seen those a lot. And then I also, before we had the 60mm, I got the 10-18 f4, which is great wide angle lens, which I also used in our cruise video. And then these were our two favorite lenses to use before the 16mm when we were vlogging each other. This is the Sony Zeiss 24mm 1.8, and then this is the Sigma 30mm 1.4. So obviously this one takes really, really great pictures. I mean, so does this, but this is like $900 lens and this is like a $300 lens. So next I have the kit lens. We never use it. And then we also have the Sony a5100, which we'll probably use this one in Disney if we don't use our iPhones, just because it's so small, super compact, still has the flip up screen, shoots like 60 frames per second in 1080p, so it's really nice. Next I have the Mavic right here. It's the most compact until they just released that new one, that Mavic Air, but I really like how small it is and the quality that you get. And when you get smaller, like the Spark or Air or whatever the two smaller ones are. If it's windy at all, you're gonna have a hard time flying them. Then I also bought this thing to protect the controller sticks to keep them from getting bent. It's really nice because I don't have to worry about when I shove it in my bag, the sticks getting messed up. And then I keep the batteries. I have the extra batteries on the side right here. Finally, I have this dual battery charger. If anyone knows, the Sony goes through batteries like candy. It just goes right through them. So I have multiple extra batteries. I have these stands right here, which work perfect for these lights when we're trying to set them up. It just has a mount on the top, but you slide this in there. Or if you need to set up the external monitor, you can just slide this in. That way you have the monitor to view while you're doing your recordings. And then finally, this right here is a boom mic stand. And I thought that I would use it more often for a boom mic, but I don't use it that much for that. I use it with this adapter on the bottom, and you can take this and you can actually screw on the camera, and you can have a downward facing camera. So all those downward angles that you've seen, there's really expensive setups to that, or you buy this boom mic for $20 and this adapter for like $4 or $5. So again, like $25 to have a really nice downward facing camera angle. And I think that's it. That's pretty much all of our equipment other than what Aubrey's filming on. So I'll show you what Aubrey's filming on right now. Say hey, Aubrey.
Hey, Aubrey.
But that is the Sony a6500. We have a cage on it. I really like it. It's protected it from some things. We had a weight dropped on it and it protected the camera. And then that is the 16mm and then the microphone on top. But that does it for most of our gear that we use a lot. I have another Rode video mic. I have some other random things like a H4n Pro, which is good for recording audio, but that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found some of this stuff interesting. If you have any questions about gear, feel free to ask me. I'll answer your questions, and I'll link everything in the description if you want to pick anything up. Don't forget to comment something if you feel like I'm missing something that I should have. Like the video, share it, subscribe if you haven't. You're worth it.